But aside from hard work, what type of advice would you give student athletes that really want to get better at their sport?
Well, first of all, I think a lot of people work on their skills. I think they should work on their mentality and their mind. Mindset's a big deal. Believing in yourself is a big deal outside of just the skills you do. If you have a belief system, if you have the right people around you that believe in you, then on those hard days, it pushes you to continue to go on. So obviously you need to have a work ethic, work on your skills, but I think a lot of people need to focus on their mentality, their mind, and their spirit, and that will help them as they maneuver through whatever sport they play.
I don't know if you're aware of it or not, but some student athletes struggle with mental health, trying to figure out who they are beyond the sport they play. How would you assist them, or how would you encourage them to figure out who they are beyond the sport they play?
Well, first and foremost, the first thing is acknowledgement, right? You got to acknowledge and realize that you may be struggling or maybe having a difficulty with some things. The next thing would be to reach out to someone, especially black folks. As a stigma, we don't like to talk about mental health. So I think reaching out to someone, a family member, a trusted friend, a parent, a coach, any of those people, I think it starts with acknowledgement, then reaching out for help. And then after that, I think those people can steer you and guide you in the right direction so you can get that help that you really need.
Let me ask you this. We don't do any regrets, but if you had any redos that you can apply to your student athlete experience, what would it be and why?
I work harder. I mean, I had a lot of opportunities, and I could have had more opportunities if I worked harder. Like, I did not work every day. I thought, I took it for granted, like this is going to last forever. Then I got, next year, I got the year after that, I got the year after that, and it goes by so quickly. So my biggest regret is working. So I tell that to all the younger kids. Don't have a regret about working. If you worked your butt off and you worked every day and you didn't miss anything, then you can relax and feel okay at the end of the day if you didn't make it to where you wanted to be because you gave it your all. So to me, that's really important. I just regret I should have worked every day, day in out, and work on your body, kids. A lot of people don't want to hit the weights. Work on your body. It will help.
2 more questions for you. We understand how important athletics is as it relates to being a student athlete, but there's a whole other side of it as well that they can maximize to really do their best. What would you encourage them to do as far as outside of their sport?
Well, first of all, I would encourage everybody to find a hobby outside of their sport. Kind of gives you that kind of release when sometimes you're going through tough times or whatever. You have something outside of basketball, football, baseball, soccer, whatever your sport is, to kind of relax. You've got to really focus on academics, so I would say that too, outside of your sport, because this is going to end faster than you think. So if you're hitting those books, you're getting good grades, it gives you more options. Doesn't mean you have to go to college. You can go to a trade school. You can do so many other things outside of going to a 4-year university now, but you're not going to go anywhere if you don't care about your academics. And when it comes to sports, your academics go hand in hand because you can lose opportunities if you don't have the right grades, if you're not going to class and all those things. So find a hobby is important, some other outlet and release outside of your sport. And of course, I know you don't want to hear it, but yes, going to class, being on time, and focusing on academics will give you something later on the road to lean and fall back on if athletics doesn't work out for you.
And my last question, you kind of set me up with this one, but my last question is, whether you make it pro or whether you go and play in college or ends in high school, one day you're not going to be recognized by being an athlete. One day you're going to take that jersey off for the last time and you have to be a regular person. That can be a jarring experience for people, very traumatic. How'd you navigate that, and how could you assist others, encourage others to figure that out as they inch closer to eligibility being over?
As you go farther and farther along in your basketball, I'm just going to say basketball journey, it becomes more and more difficult to give it up, obviously, right? So the longer you play in high school, if you play in college, if you're fortunate enough to play overseas or in the pros and NBA, it's going to be harder to give it up. It was very difficult to give it up. I found myself still playing on the side my sport, even though it wasn't in a league or wasn't, on the next level, so to speak. That helped me too. And honestly, I just talked to my parents, the trusted people around me who helped me navigate these difficult conversations. It's hard. It's hard when it ends just like that, because it ends like that. There is no easy, gradual, it's all of a sudden you're playing and the next day you're not. And it can end for so many different reasons, including an injury. So I would lean on the others around you. I still wouldn't give up the sport completely. I'd find other rec leagues, men's leagues, stuff like that, women's leagues, whatever you can to still enjoy the sport, even though you're not playing in that league anymore. But it's difficult. There's no easy answer to that. It's going to be difficult. You're just going to have to find ways to navigate through that, and then hopefully find something else down the road that gives you that joy that sport gave you as well.
Gotcha. Thank you.